Just the two of you together.
Vijay sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Katrina ji, yeah. Vijay sir. Center.
Acha, now solos. Katrina that side, Vijay sir this side. Katrina solo. Acha, okay. Right, yeah. Sir, solo.
Katrina यहाँ पे.
Katrina. लोग सेंटर. Katrina जी अपनी. Katrina जी यहाँ पे.
All right, thank you Katrina. Thank you Sanjay sir. Thank you Sriram.
या विजय सर यहाँ पे.
लोग सेंटर सर. लोग सेंटर.
सर यहाँ पे सर.
Sir, right में.
सर लोग सेंटर.
एक मिनट सर.
Yes.
भाई नीचे बैठना ये. विजय सर यहाँ होल्ड.
Out of syllabus is there. Balcony is out of syllabus. Left side. Thank you Vijay sir. Katrina please. 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock you say चलो नया वाला already कर लेते हैं because you feel like you want more bits. We're seeing the director of Andhadhun, the Johnny Gadgar, the Badlapur, and we're waiting 6 years. So are you? Okay, various bits. We can't wait one evening. I want to talk about your patience level, sir.
First of all, Happy New Year, everyone. And I think for me, I always see there are good directors and there are good stories. And that's always been my intention, is to be a part of a story. And in a setup, I always believe that a movie, the director is the captain of the ship. So that's where it starts from. It's not just the actors. So I think this was a combination of some really important factors to me. Working with Sriram Raghavan, that was always on my bucket list to do. And he's been one of my favorite directors. And when I heard the story, I was in awe that I was going to get to work with him in a story like this, which was so incredible, but also I think was right for me. And I think that's probably why Sir and me came together for this film, because he must have also seen that in the character.
Now that you've seen the trailer, I'm sure you've seen it a few times.
I mean, I think the film has come together beautifully, both the films actually, because as you saw, there's a Hindi version and there's a Tamil version. That was for us a big challenge, because the kind of scenes, the nature of the scenes, to perform those scenes in Tamil is a challenge, because obviously that's a completely different language for me. But I think both of the films have come out beautifully. They're both films that I'm very proud to be a part of, and that I can't wait to now share with the audience on January 12th.
Yeah, we're waiting for that. I'd like to call Pooja Lala as well, the editor of the film. Can I please have another chair up on stage, please?
Why?
Keval ji, are you here? Yes. Can we have Keval ji as well? We might run short of a chair, but that's fine. And perfect.
Happy New Year.
You too, sir.
I don't find any difference. Everybody is an actor. So, it sounds like the star doesn't need to act. It's not like that. So we are here part of stories and characters. We are just supporting the storytellers. That's what I believe. We don't have any information before the film starts. Even when we go to set also, the first day when we went to the set, I told Pooja ma'am and Sriram sir, the house is full of emptinesses. अपना दिमाग भी ऐसे है, पहला दिन का. So we always depend on our directors. See, suppose my director is asking for an elephant. I may imagine elephant very bigger, red color. So he may demand that the elephant in a green color, very small. So what perception and what kind of elephant and how it should behave and how old is the elephant. So everything is dependent on directors. So we actors, everybody is stars and we everybody actors.
That's the humility of the man. And that's why I think...
मैं छोटा भाई बोलूँगा सर को.
Before I ask you all the...
There's no magic. Whatever is made, I think the boni eats it all. So until then we don't get to eat anything. Yeah, that's the magic. Yeah.
So the disappearing dishes. But of course, you've had a brilliant journey.
So actually, our journey was very interesting. His first picture that he financed was Bekabu, which I was part of. The first picture he produced was Ozar, which I was part of. And I think so one of the biggest hits in music which he gave was Raja, which I was part of. And I'm part of Andhadhun, and this is going to be even bigger.
Big round of applause. I think that's the hat trick has already happened. Now a quadruple is happening there. What's the relationship like? Are you all on?
So there is this whole एक नई तरह का सिनेमा जो 10-15 साल में आया है जहाँ राइटर्स को इज्जत मिल रही है क्योंकि कहानियाँ भी नई हैं. वो कहानियाँ हैं जो सिर्फ वही एक आवाज.
Because यहाँ पे
also like that you are not probably saying it properly and so on. So but I feel a good story you can't narrate badly really. No, and खराब स्टोरी होगा तो बहुत ड्रामा करके भी वो नरेशन फेक लगता है, वो आप सुन भी नहीं रहे.
it works.
You heard me.
Yeah, I had this in my ear also. So right now it's subtitled like a pilot.
So what I'm saying is that I narrate because on the it's like that talking to the actors also you can see his or her face and you know that मजा आ रहा है, that नहीं आ रहा है kind of a thing. You know. Once it also happened when I was narrating Johnny Gadar to Rinni Sen, and I was narrating in detail. तो इतना मैं डील में बोल रहा कि I could see she is trying to stop a yawn. तो मैं बोला एक मिनट में आता हूँ पानी पी के आता हूँ. And I gave her time, you know, so वो भी करना पड़ता है.
How was the response with the two of them?
Him talk. This is very entertaining.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't talk much on set at all. Dude, I see. I'm watching. So this is very entertaining for me.
We actually come. So was it tough to?
Back to Vijay narrated on Zoom.
One second. I think the mic's off. One second. Mic on? Yeah.
वो विजय को मैंने Zoom में नरेट किया था. He was in Chennai तो मैंने नरेट किया और बस he enjoyed the thing. It was about 15 minutes is sometimes it's flexible. I thought this movie is going to be 90 minutes without intervals, लेकिन इसमें intervals है. So theatre owners will be very happy.
I think we get more shows also. Girish, good to see you. It's been a while.
It's an innate answer.
Are you allowed to say? I didn't.
We made Jab Pyar Kisi Se Hota Hai, so many films over the course of our.
Like when you have a one-on-one film like rather than like say magnum opus all the time, which people are more accustomed to watching with you.
I think that as an actor, you're looking to tell a story and be part of a story which is really interesting. And for me, Merry Christmas ticked all those boxes. It was a really, really unique journey, a unique story about two fascinating characters. And the minute I heard it, I was hooked. I'm not observing or I'm not calculating. That goes into calculating. Of course, there are high octane, big action drama films, and that's wonderful. That's a certain type of cinema. But there are also more intimate, unique stories to be told, and that story has to be told at a scale that is suitable for that particular kahani. And I think that for an actor to be able to do both is what we're supposed to be doing and what I personally enjoy doing. And like I said, for me, this was a Sriram Raghavan film that I thought had a fantastic story, and I was excited to be part of the journey. It was a very interesting journey, actually. There's many parts of the journey that even Sir has not shared yet. There were many twists and turns, even in the journey of making...
Shooting of it. Yeah.
Even before we got on set, it had a lot of had a life of its own, and when it finally kind of landed up as me and Vijay being in the film, the first day of kind of interaction for me was very fascinating. The minute I heard Vijay describe and talk about a scene, I instantly realized, okay, this is a person who sees things in such a unique way that I can never see a scene in that way. And for me, that was really exciting, to be able to come together and work with people who very evidently see things completely different to the way I would have a take on something. And for all three of us to come together, and Sir does a lot of rehearsals, and we would do the workshop on the actual set for about, I think it was a week before we started shoot. And I was always like, so Sir, when do we start? There was no commitment of when we start. We'll start when it's ready, when he's feeling it. And I think that process was very unique for me as an actor, and extremely, it was extremely magical, I think, to be able to have been a part of this process of Merry Christmas.
And this one's nice on the...
Well, if we didn't hit it off instantly, I wouldn't tell you. No, I'm joking. Our first meeting actually was all three of us together in a room, and I had recently seen a picture of Vijay sir, and he had full white hair and a white beard. I don't know if you've seen that. If you see on the internet, it's a very kind of picture which comes a lot. So I had seen him with this full white hair and beard. So when I walked into the office, I didn't know quite what to expect. And when I saw him like this, I was like, oh wow, that's a really different look. But I was honestly, it was everything for me about this film. I was extremely excited to be working with Sriram sir and with Vijay sir. And as soon as we came together in a room, I think everyone came just as themselves. And we instantly were able to connect. As I said, I think the minute Vijay sir started speaking about the scene, it was fascinating for me. I just thought that, okay, this is the person who views things in such a unique way. And Sriram sir has a very unique take on everything he does. It's the way he sees stories, it's the way he sees people. And it was just about us coming together and finding a rhythm and finding our own way of working and bringing the script to life on film.
Hi.
What is it?
What is it that attracts you to pick up a role which is complex or negative?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Everything is complex. We always think that if something we see is difficult, that's only difficult. Standing in front of the camera always is difficult. And doing villain roles I enjoy so much. You know, I can't torture anybody in real life. I can't kill anybody in real life. I get a chance and I can express that also wholeheartedly. Yeah, I killed the person. Yeah. Oh yeah. And imagining yourself as a highly egoistic person. You may have an ego so much, but you can't act. You can't show it to everybody. You have to pretend, no, I'm very humble. I said, on screen, you can express, yes, you can laugh, you can play with the emotions. It's a fun, okay. Expressions, I always talk about food. Please don't think bad about me. And expressions are like food and taste. It's inside your mind. I want to have all the taste. That's all, nothing. Thanks.
उसके 10 दिन के बाद वही सीन फिर से करना है, थोड़ा अलग करते हैं या क्या करते हैं, क्या वही कैमरा एंगल, वही लाइटिंग, वही सब करना. It is not so much fun, you know. So the adventure discovery is not there. But फिर भी I enjoyed myself because वो एक था कि एक डबल फिल्म करना है तो मैंने वो भी किया.
Thank you. Just adding to that, sir, is it a copy paste?
जवाब मिलेगा. वहाँ पे राधिका शरद कुमार है. ऐसा we have had fun.
Hello. Sir, I don't have any particular wish. इसके साथ काम करना है, उसके साथ ऐसा कुछ नहीं. And mostly, I don't discuss that with my directors. That is depend on my directors. They have to choose the actors. So मुझे ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. I'm just only depend on the filmmakers and the stories. Of course, with the producers. That's the main concern. And
I like your style of
सर मैं बहुत सोच के बात की सर. दिमाग में एक राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस चलता है सर. कभी सवाल आएगा तो वो 5-6 आदमी लोग बैठ के ये बोलो करके बोलता है. मैं तो फिल्टर करना पड़ता है सर. So सर मेरा जवाब अभी बाकी है सर. So with Katrina, really I don't know how to explain. I never expected I'll work with this actor, and I'm a very big fan of Katrina. And then it was like. So I was very happy when I see her on first day. Oh, Katrina, okay, hi. So I couldn't express it. Suppose if there is another person inside me who can come out and dance, he would have danced in front of Katrina like so much. So it didn't happen there. And she is very thought process actor. She has so much questions. She thinks too much, but she is very dedicated and she's trying to understand. She may come up with an idea, but she is very adaptable. She understands you And if she, even if she can't accept your thoughts, also she will listen to you, and then she'll put a lot of effort and so much of sensibility and to make the scene better. That's why she is in the industry. Not only she is so beautiful, she is so sensible. That's what I believe. Just a beauty can't survive for so many years. It's sense and then understanding should be there, which I can. I felt it when I was working with, because I'm a person. I read my co-actors, I read my cameraman, I sense my set, and then I understand my director's vision. I try to crack their minds. Then only I can go and fit it. Otherwise, I'll be separate out of the set. It's like. So, as far as my understanding, she is very sensible. She is so beautiful. And Sriram sir, मैंने कुछ नहीं.
And how was it?
I don't know why everybody is laughing. I think I'm talking very seriously.
And how was it working with Sriram sir?
Sriram sir, hi sir. It was really. He's very sweet. I met him in Melbourne. हमने मैंने Melbourne film festival award function गया था, उधर ही मिला था. And then first I thought this man is very serious. Actually, he's not at all serious. And then the cute thing he does is every time whenever he wanted to say something, he take a video and send me that. I have those videos. It's a very beautiful memory. What happened between me and Sriram sir? It was a very beautiful memory. So I always, if there is anything good, a day or my birthday or something, even if you want to talk to me also, he sent me a video. He said, Vijay, call me when you are free. I said, करके message भेजता है. So I like the way being himself. It's very good to watch Sriram sir and spending time with him. And according to the film, the great thing I learned from him is I spent about 25 to 30 days with Sriram sir. So what I believe is when the directors, when they write a story or something, when they discuss a story, to design a dialogue. Suppose there is a scene, there is a dialogue. So they take so much of time to come to that dialogue. This is the dialogue my actor is going to speak. But before that, they might have so many thoughts. So everything they can't communicate to actors. So when I spend time with my director, I can understand the person, who he is, and how he wanted to conceive the film and everything. That happened between me and him, and then I am applying those tactics in my next films also, which is helping me so much. It is giving me freedom of thoughts and expressions when I go to set. So he made me so comfort. And my birthday is Jan 16, and his first film is released on Jan 16. And that day we had a very big party. It was very nice. So it was fun. And thanks to Pooja.
This year also Jan 16.
And also it's 20 years of Ek Hasina Thi. That was the thing. Jan 16th is released. Definitely this kind of story. I needed a city which has, where the Christmas is celebrated. In Pune I know because I have grown up there. But क्या हुआ कि पुणे में हमने रेकी भी किया, हमने लोकेशंस में देखा, लेकिन क्योंकि कोविड के जस्ट बाद था, everybody was reluctant to give out their houses, give out locations and so on. और तो फिर हमने सोचा कि बॉम्बे में करेंगे, थोड़ा बहुत कंट्रोल सिचुएशन में करेंगे ऐसा, that way. And Bombay is, it's a great city. Only and plus we are shooting a Bombay of हम दिखा रहे हैं Bombay of the 1980s. अभी आज का बॉम्बे में ना इतना अच्छा रास्ता है, इतना अच्छा बिल्डिंग है, लेकिन इतने गाड़ी दोनों तरफ पार्क लेके मजा ही नहीं आता है. फ्रेम रखो तो वो गाड़ी निकालने में हमारा काफी टाइम वाट लग गया, you can say. But because this period we have tried to create a more innocent, a more beautiful Mumbai.
And Katrina ji, how was the...
I think I see things a little different, perhaps. I actually think that the character of Zoya is one of the strongest female characters I've ever had a chance to play. And I think, especially in Tiger 3, it was so beautifully nuanced and so well written by Manish Sharma. And I thoroughly enjoyed being able to play that character. But that world, that film, and that character has its own charm. A character like the character I'm playing in Merry Christmas, it's a different world. It's a different tone. It's a different language. It's a different pace. It's a different rhythm. So coming into that world, which was Sriram Raghavan's world, the first thing that I needed to do was to come in with an open mind. We had been discussing this film for a good, I think, almost a year and a half before we got on the set. And the first thing Sriram sir asked me to do was to write a backstory of who this woman was. The character's name is Maria, and he told me, like you heard earlier, that he gave about a 20-minute narration, and he asked me then to write Maria's backstory. Where was she? What drove her to become the way she is? What did she feel? What had happened in her life? So that whole process was an extremely helpful process, I think. We worked very hard before coming on set. I did a lot of workshops with a few different people. Sriram sir had a workshop with us as well. So I enjoyed this kind of a process. It's not all the time that you get to rehearse the scenes with your co-actor and to be able to do that over a few days. So for me, this was a really fulfilling experience. A lot of work went into the preparation, and I think, I hope that it's come out the way that we had all hoped for and the way that Sriram sir envisioned it.
Need to be clear. Well, like Vijay sir just said, कि नेगेटिव और ग्रे रोल करने में काफ़ी चीज़ करने को मिलती है जो रियल लाइफ में नहीं मिलती. तो एज एन एक्टर सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होता है कि यू हैव टू एंजॉय व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, वेदर इज पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, इट शुड नॉट मैटर. अगर आपकी स्टोरी अच्छी है, आपका रोल अच्छा है, एंड एक्टर्स जॉब इज टू do what the director wants him to do, and that's what I try to do, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and that's the reason I think I'm getting some good work. I'm working with some great directors, great actors, getting great opportunities, and that's all. Well, you will see me in Merry Christmas and something really different. I hope you enjoy that also. I won't say it's grey, black, green, color मुझे पता नहीं, but it's a very interesting role.
Of course, I understand what you're saying. You will feel a little, you can feel a little nervous or a little fearful when you step out of the zone of a large commercial entertainer. But I think the solution for that is to be fearless and to overcome that fear, because that experience and that reward is really incredible for an actor. And I think that that's an important thing for my growth as an actor and my growth as a performer. So I would just say, feel the fear and feel the nerves. That's good. Let that drive you, and give every film your heart and soul, which is what I try to do.
Do you feel that that can result in like a smaller audience or something compared to the large audience that you usually cater to? Like, is that a fear?
I think that every film finds its own audience, and I think the story we've put out the story now, our trailers are out, our songs are coming out now, and the people to whom it is connecting, that's our audience. I think Sriram Raghavan has a very loyal fan following, and I think that we've put our best into it. We've made a film I think we're all proud of, and it will now be for you to judge on January 12th, and we're all looking forward to seeing the audience's reaction.
Thank you very much.
Of course, I understand what you're saying. You will feel a little, you can feel a little nervous or a little fearful when you step out of the zone of a large commercial entertainer. But I think the solution for that is to be fearless and to overcome that fear, because that experience and that reward is really incredible for an actor. And I think that that's an important thing for my growth as an actor and my growth as a performer. So I would just say, feel the fear and feel the nerves. That's good. Let that drive you, and give every film your heart and soul, which is what I try to do.
Do you feel that that can result in like a smaller audience or something compared to the large audience that you usually cater to? Like, is that a fear?
I think that every film finds its own audience, and I think the story we've put out the story now, our trailers are out, our songs are coming out now, and the people to whom it is connecting, that's our audience. I think Sriram Raghavan has a very loyal fan following, and I think that we've put our best into it. We've made a film I think we're all proud of, and it will now be for you to judge on January 12th, and we're all looking forward to seeing the audience's reaction.
Thank you.